Hey guys, it's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle here in the SoDo district of downtown Seattle. And as the sun sets on a Chamber of Commerce day, as our beloved broadcaster Dave Niehaus used to say, the sun too sets on this beloved FJ Cruiser, discontinued after the 2014 model year. This is a 2014 FJ Cruiser. A few of these new trickled into the early 2015 campaign, even early into the summer of 2015, but sadly they are now sold out across the United States, so this 7,000 mile example is going to be about the lowest mile example that you're going to find. Now, for those of you who know a little bit of the history of the FJ series, it came out in 1960. It's actually called the J40, unless it has Toyota's F-Series engine, in which case it's called the FJ40, and that's how we recognize it here in the United States. It was made up until 1984 in the United States, but for those of you who've traveled overseas, particularly in the southern hemisphere, you see a lot of these FJs running around. They're actually called bandeirantes in the southern hemisphere. They're made in Brazil, and they were made all the way until 2001. Now I'm going to pop the hood. We're going to take a look at this particular 7,000 mile FJ. Now, unlike a lot of nostalgia vehicles, you take something like a Dodge Challenge or Dodge Charge or Ford Mustang, something like that, they tend to come more rarely in a high output or high performance edition, and more typically in a rental car edition with kind of a detuned 6-cylinder motor and just kind of econo mode throughout. The FJ only comes one way, and that's the best way. And so this is a real hardcore vehicle, so it's definitely not for everybody's taste, but for somebody like the real deal and a real off-roader, you can do a lot worse than the FJ, but you can't do much better. It's one of the best built, most capable, out-of-the-box off-road vehicles sold in the world, actually. Now, after 2010, before 2010, 237 horsepower, 2010 and later, 260 horsepower. This car's a four-wheel drive with an automatic transmission, so it weighs 4,295 pounds. Yet, it still goes 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds, which isn't bad at all for an automatic with this kind of heft. The other thing that's cool about it with the automatic transmission is that it enjoys 18 miles per gallon combined fuel economy. Not half bad for something of this nature, especially with big tires. But in a manual transmission, that gas mileage goes down, actually, to 16 miles per gallon. One thing you want to know when you're looking at Japanese cars, they most typically have these what they call VIN stickers on there, and that's tells you that this is the original panel that originally came with this car. If you see one VIN sticker, then every panel's got to have a VIN sticker, and if one of them or more than one of them is missing a VIN sticker, it's because it was replaced, and if it was replaced, more than likely it was in an accident. A pure car like this, I mean, this is instantly a collector's car, and so you want to make sure you get the real deal. Easy enough to figure that one out. And so this one is not certified. The reason it's not certified is easy in a couple of ways. The tires are a little bit larger than stock tires would be, but they're such nice tires. These are the new Kevlar Wranglers, and so these are great. They drive great. They're not even noisy or anything like that. It would seem silly to get rid of these tires. Also, this one has been converted, upgraded, to a two-tone leather interior, heated leather at that. So we didn't want to get rid of all this nice stuff, so we're going to leave it exactly as it is. Jumping inside, there's plenty of room in here. A bit snug, maybe in some of the knee areas or what have you, but for a casual driver, I'm feeling pretty good for a commute or something like that. But I feel like I have really awesome sight lines for going off-road. For such a tall, chunky, blocky vehicle, it seems like my sight lines, especially around the front end, might not be that good. No, it's actually really good. One neat little item on these, if you've never been up close with an FJ Cruiser before, they actually have 3 wiper blades, not 2 wiper blades. Jumping into the back seat. Now, getting in and out of an FJ can be a little bit cumbersome. I'm the first to admit that. But once you're inside, it's actually pretty spacious. It's pretty nice. And so the lots of headroom, lots of shoulder room, lots of everything room. It's just the getting in and out part that's a little bit complicated. I would have loved if there was another handle or something like this, so you don't have to hold on to the headrest as you get in and out, but this is the way it is. Come take a look in back. This has a convenience package, so niceties like a hard outside tire cover. And then inside, tons of space. You can imagine these are super, super popular with people who love dogs because there's a lot of space, even with the seats up. It has a 60-40 folding rear seat, so with the seats folded down, I mean, you could have more than one real big dog, and they would be real comfortable. This one does not have a trailer tow receiver, but all FJs, doesn't matter if they're two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, will all tow up to 5,000 pounds, no problem. They all have the same 9.6-inch clearance, and so you can go over some pretty heavy-duty stuff with 9.6 inches of clearance, and this will take on pretty much anything normal light-duty off-roading will throw at you. Also, it can go through water. It can go through water up to 27.5 inches, and not too many vehicles are designed to actually go through water, but this doesn't have any problem at all. I'm going to jump inside. Let's take a peek inside. We'll turn it on and see how it sounds. Sounds pretty normal. It's got a nice stereo system. It has their fantastic advanced track, that's this feature up here, and then it also has a rear locking differential. And so for those of you who like to get into some heavy stuff, this likes to get into some heavy stuff too. Again, it's the real deal. It's not like a off-road capable kind of sport utility. It's a purpose-built off-roader that just happens to be comfortable on-road, but is designed to be off-road. So a beautiful, beautiful truck, only 7,000 miles, some neat characteristics which make it different than any other FJ Cruiser that you're ever going to see. If you have any questions about it, please don't be afraid to give me a call anytime. My name is Joe Tunney. I'm the pre-owned sales director here at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle. You can reach me anytime at joet@hondaofseattle.com.